Thanks for joining me today. I have Elysa Hellermann.
Yeah, you got it.
From Nuzzles Co. We have a 10-day-old cat with us today, or I guess a kitten.
Kitten, very, very small kitten.
Tell me about this guy.
Hi, this is Frisky. He was named by one of our director's daughters. He's about 10 days old, teeny tiny, was found by a family in Summit County, and there was no mom around, so they took him to the shelter, and the shelter called us because they can't bottle feed or take care of animals this small. And so now we are, well, myself and another staff member are bottle feeding him every 3 hours around the clock.
Wow.
Little teeny tiny, he's about 10 days old. So
was he found alone?
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah,
so any idea where the other litter is?
Nope. Sometimes, I mean, if the mom either thinks, this one had a little bit of a cold when he came in, so sometimes if the mom thinks they're sick or something's wrong with them, she'll leave them. Mm-hmm. So he may have just been a little sick. He's recovered just fine. He's eating like a little piggy. But he's all by himself, so we will take care of him and get him big and strong.
Can I try holding him?
Yeah,
he's
sure.
just so
he's a little wiggly. He does purr.
Oh. So tell me, how long have you had him?
Yeah, we've had him probably since he was about a day old. He came in 9 days ago, and his eyes are just starting to open, which means he's about 10 to 14 days.
So how long do you plan on having him?
He will be with us until he's about 8 weeks. He has to be about 2 pounds to be fixed and be put up for adoption. So we've got a ways to go.
Did you sign up to foster him?
Well, it's kind of one of the things that happens by default when you work for Nuzzles, I think. All of our foster homes are full right now, so we are kind of taking on some extra duties when the kittens keep rolling in. Yeah. We end up taking them home because there's nowhere else for them to go. So if you want to foster, give us a call.
So you need more fosters.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
How do you get involved? How do you become a foster parent of a
it's not real hard. I mean, it seems kind of scary at first. Like until I worked here, I had never bottle fed cats, and it was kind of intimidating because it's a very tiny little animal you're charged with taking care of. But it's super easy. We can train you, walk you through all the steps, provide you with all the materials. You just call or email us. We have a foster email address. It's just foster@nuzzlesco.org. Give us a call, let us know what you're looking to do, and we'll get you set up.
And so as a foster, what kind of things are you expected to do?
Oh gosh, well, just daily care. So if it is kittens, especially this young, it would be bottle feeding, which is kind of a time commitment because you are up in the middle of the night every 3-4 hours, bottle feeding, helping them go potty, all of this kind of stuff. We also need like pregnant mama fosters, and the mom will go home with you, have her own space, she'll have the kittens, and she can take care of them, so you're not quite as sleep deprived that way. Oh, where are you going?
A little wiggly.
We have, puppies as well. Puppies are a little bit easier. They're messier, but they're a little bit easier because they're slightly more self-sufficient. They eat on their own, and for the most part, we don't get too many newborn puppy litters without moms. But yeah, there's kind of a wide variety. If you're looking not to do puppies or babies, we have like medical cases, seniors, stuff like that can go home for fosters too.
So do you have to have experience as a pet owner to become a foster parent?
Not necessarily. I know that there are like apartments and rules and things like that where maybe you just haven't had the opportunity to have a pet, but if you care about animals and you love them, we're not going to tell you no just because you haven't personally owned one.
True.
So yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the rescue process. I mean, a family found this guy, right?
Yep.
So tell me more about that. Families find him. Do you guys go out and look for him as well?
We don't. Our main commitment is to all of the shelters in Utah, and then even down into the Four Corners area with the Navajo and Ute reservations and all of that. We actually generally do not take in from the public at all, just because we are committed to lowering the euthanasia rates in those shelters. So if you call us looking to get rid of a cat that you found, or you found a stray and you don't know what to do with it, we will originally send you to your local animal control. Once they go there, they'll do their stray time. If nobody picks them up, then they're eligible to be rescued. Here in Summit County, we keep them completely no kill. So if you are in Summit County, you're worried about this animal being put down for space, that's not going to happen. We will go and rescue it.
Awesome.
So we go wherever we're needed, I guess, is kind of how it works. We drive all over several hours each week to go find new animals that are at risk of being euthanized. And
so you travel to each shelter?
We do, yeah. We have an intake director named Daryl who puts a lot of miles on our van. He's a very busy guy. And then we do the reservation rescue trips about once a month, and that's about 8 hours each way. So
when you go, shelter to shelter, you're looking at animals on the kill list mostly, right?
Yep.
Why are those animals on the kill list, and what makes you think that they're adoptable?
Yeah, in Utah, honestly, it's mostly for space.
Really?
Which is really sad because because you don't have a home and you've been stuck there for too long, you might be at risk of losing your life just because they need your kennel space. You've been there too long and somebody new's coming in, and so you are out the door. We do assess all of the animals that we rescue, so if we go to a shelter to meet dogs, Daryl has a form that he takes with him and he checks off a list of things, and that doesn't mean that we won't take behavior cases. We do take them. We just like to know what we're getting into, and we do have a staff trainer who will assess and create training plans for them once they get there as well. Sometimes it's something as simple as like a cold. They can't risk having infectious disease in their shelter when they can't afford to treat or buy the medication, all of that. So they will, if you're sick, if you look less than thrifty, you are at the top of the list.
So sad.
Yeah.
So sad. Well, and you take them all in. You're a no-kill organization. You can volunteer, you could donate, you could foster. They need fosters right now, guys. So take home this little guy, foster him.
How cute it is. It makes all the sleepless nights worth it.
You could bottle feed him
cute.
every 3 hours. And okay, so tell me about the gala coming up, August 12th. Is that right?
We are getting really close. Crunch time. Yeah, I'm excited. This year's a little bit different. In the past, we've done it up at the Montage in Deer Valley. This year, we are switching out to the Waldorf Astoria.
Fun.
And it's all going to be outside, which is kind of exciting. We're doing it poolside.
Awesome.
So it will be a silent auction, a live auction at dinner. We'll have a DJ with music and dancing, and it'll just be a good time. It's a good party. We get to, we're bringing puppies this year. That's a new thing.
I heard about the
forget about
snuggle
that. That is
lounge.
new. We are bringing puppies this year, so that's a great reason to come.
That's awesome. So is there dancing? Is there food?
Yeah,
I mean, what kind
absolutely.
of activities are
It's
gonna be
a
there?
seated dinner. So when you first arrive, there will be a cocktail hour and hors d'oeuvres, and that will be during the silent auction. Come around, look at some of the cool donations that we've received from lots of community partners. That lasts about an hour, hour and a half, and then we sit down for a seated dinner. You'll get to hear from our board president, Kathleen, who will kind of give us a recap on what the year has been like and just where we are going as an organization and what our goals are. We'll do the live auction as well, and then after that we have a DJ who will be doing dancing. We'll have more drinks, just hang out, and
That's
fun
awesome.
night under the stars.
And how do people get involved, and where do they purchase tickets?
Yeah, so everything's available on our website, which is just nuzzlesco.org. Yeah.
Awesome. And what do you wear to a puppy lounge?
That's kind of subjective in Park City. I think our design team put summer formal on it, but everybody in Park City knows that Park City formal is its own niche. So whatever you're comfortable in, we will not judge.
Well, I see why this guy is called Frisky. He has not stopped
He's
moving.
wiggly, isn't he?
He's going to be an active little
Like waiting
fella.
for me to feed him again, probably. We're
what a
coming
good
up
night.
on 2.5 hours here, little man. You got a ways to go.
Well, Elysa, thank you so much for
thank
bringing this
you.
guy in. I hope he gets
Absolutely.
adopted. How old does he have to be before he can be adopted?
He's got about 7 weeks to go.
Got it.
Yeah.
Fun for you.
Yeah. He'll be eating on his own in a couple of weeks, so that'll get a little bit easier.
All right, guys, 7 weeks longer is how long you have to wait for this little guy. He is frisky and hungry. Elysa, thanks for coming
Thank
in.
you.
Welcome, and we'll see you next time on the Mountain Morning Show.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you after this break.